haven't done this in a little while, but yeah, I usually do my content on YouTube when I'm traveling, when I'm going to like some hidden areas, some special areas to find like vintage teas, just vintage items in general. Like if you go on my channel, my first video is really just me traveling to Angola and having a good time, really, just going to those informal markets and finding things that you'd never think that you'd find in Africa. So but yeah, like today's super excited. Today is super exciting because I've just moved to this unit, and as you can see, it's different than working from your shed at home. So yeah, this is really cool. It's super spacious. I'm super excited about that because it's just, one thing that I believe in is that you're usually comfortable with the responsibility that you give yourself, and because there's so much space, it's gonna obviously allow me to grow and yeah, and fill the space up, right? Because volume is key in this game. You didn't hear it from me, but let me just quickly show you around. Yeah, there's still a lot of work that I want to do, but right now, like, the most important thing for me is definitely filling the whole space up. Ideally, I'd want to cover this whole wall up with, yeah, like just plaster it and do some extra bits to make it, a bit more pretty, right? But right now, I'm super happy with this. I've got some vintage pieces on the wall. This one is really cool. I think it's from the 90s. Sisters, all sizes, all shapes, we love them all, you know what it is. And then we go here, Maria, Maria, whatever the song goes. But yeah, Mr. Santana, again from the 90s. And then you've got here my favorite piece. You can't really see it, but like this is the 25 styles, my personal brand that I'm working on. I'm hoping to get this out this summer. That would be super exciting. But yeah, this is really the space. It's very, yeah, it's very nice. It's quite long. Again, because we do this job and this job requires you to be static for such a long time, I made sure that in this unit I've got my dumbbells, my yoga mat, because I do like the idea of, in between, sometimes in between listing, I'll be doing some workouts, man. I'm way too young to just be like static there, just I need to move. I need to stay healthy, I need to stay warm, beautiful, handsome, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this is the other space. This is empty right now, but this is where I'm gonna be storing mainly like the new stock. I'll just keep it here, and then everything else that I'm listing, it's in there, which is just nicely organized. And when I came into the storage as well, it was really cool. I noticed this space here, and it obviously seemed like whoever was here was doing the same sort of business. So here you've got more storage where you can stack up if you really need to, which it makes sense. But yeah, look at that. I love it. I love that for me. I really do love that for me. And one thing that I love the moment that I came in, like I'm one of those guys, I really believe nothing is ever a coincidence. Everything that's for you is going to happen for you. And like when I came into this storage here, and I seen the writing on the wall, it says, nothing worth having comes easy. Like, I just thought, let me just pay the deposit and come in. Like, what is it like? So, but yeah, like I love that saying. I truly believe that, just because that's just the way life is. If anything comes too easy, you're bound to lose it. So yeah. But yeah, so this space, I definitely want to do some storage here for the new stock. And then here, I want to add like a boxing bag, maybe a bench press to stay fit, because I do love, obviously, martial arts, and I also love staying healthy. So yeah, like this space is so big, I can do both. So like new stock and where I keep myself handsome and whatnot. And it's mad because, like the door I still have to duck because like the perks of being a handsome guy. I know, like I'll spare you guys, but yeah, like this is pretty much it. And yesterday I went to do a charity haul. Like I think everyone has been saying and complaining about how the prices at charities are just quite high right now, which is true. But yeah, you can still find some bargains for sure. You can still find some bargains. And I think personally, obviously, when you're scaling and you're going to that point where you're full time, or even just that point of where, you know, you're focusing more on quantity and quality listings rather than just, you know, um doing how you feel. Like sometimes you feel like listing 5, sometimes you feel like listing 10. When you're actually focused and you set yourself goals, okay, like on a daily basis, I'm going to list 10, I'm going to list 20, 30, then yeah, obviously you're going to start buying from wholesalers, because you want that certainty of having the stock there available. Because yeah, like yesterday I went to a few charity shops in my city, and yeah, I spent like a good 2 hours, maybe 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy it, like I love it, but it's just not something that it would be viable for me to do on a daily basis. You just can't do it. But let me show you what I found. Found this, obviously this is where I'm from anyway, so I seen this and I couldn't really leave it. It was a bit pricey. But I do have 2 or 3 of these, and yeah, they always sell. But yeah, really good quality though. That was a tenner. That was a tenner. Like, it even hurts me saying that out loud. Like, that was a tenner. But again, probably like I'll be lucky if I make maybe £7 to £5 profit on that. And at that, I got it because again, it's June, World Cup, football is on, and yeah, football tees are flying off. So yeah, I have a few, so I just wanna kind of bring the traffic into the shop, right? And then I found this as well. This is a Nike athletic department. Nice hoodie. This is a size large. I really like the quality on this. Again, some nice details. This was £4. £4. Nice. But yeah, this is what I usually go for. Like when I go out for the hunt, I'm looking for like single stitch vintage t-shirts. That's my main passion. Obviously, if I come across like cool items, I'm just a cool guy, I'll pick it up, right? And I've got 2 bosses, and it's really hard for me to say out loud because only God, really, obviously. But in terms of who I work for the customer and the platforms that I list my items. So there's times that I'll pick things up for the platform, and there's times that I'll pick up things for my customers, right? And this is really for, yeah, this is really for my customers, really, because this is a vintage tee, a beer tee, on a Screen Stars tag medium. I seen one like this online for £25. I got this for £2. I got this for £2. So yeah, this is what we like. That's what we like. That's what we like. That's what we like. But yeah, this is a vintage 7 flare Y2K jeans. That's really cool. Yeah, I think this is, I don't know if this must be ladies, right? Ladies 7 Y2K jeans. I got that for £4. Again, maybe £20, £15 profit. You can smile about that. Can't be too mad about that, mate, you know? This is £4, another £4. This is a vintage tee. This is a single stitch, SeaWorld. Beautiful print, really good quality. Like, again, this is what I go for, like the single stitch stuff. £4. Again, I can possibly get £20 for this, so another £15. Yeah, so this is another thing. This is, for example, this is definitely for the algorithm, right? And nice print on the back, size medium. yeah, the algorithm will see this and will push. And this, oh wait, that was, I think, how much was this? Yeah, that was £3. £3. Yeah, I probably get like £7 profit from that. This is a Lacoste red polo shirt, beautiful condition. Yeah, you can't really go wrong with this vintage Lacoste polos, you know. £3 for this. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. You get maybe a £10 profit on that. This is the All Saints. Yeah, I thought this was one of the steals of the day. Not really in terms of profit or anything like that, but just usually when you go to like charity shops now and they see these sort of brands, they'll price it up like to £100 really, and it's just they're like. So yesterday, seen this for £5. You can't be mad. Really, really good quality. You got All Saints spell out right at the front. Nice hoodie. Yeah. Possibly 25 to £30 on that. Druids, it's like one of those golf brands that is fairly popular. So yeah, I've sold a few. So when I seen this for £5, I thought, you know, I'll pick it up. It's a nice bright color. To be fair, I'm not entirely sure how much I would be able to sell this. But yeah, from what I've sold before, I should be able to at least make £15 on this. Yeah, this is actually something that I wanted to try, you know, because I've been reselling for such a long time. But I usually go on the men's section just because, you know, like it's a bit mad. You go into like, especially when you're doing charity, right? Charity shops. To go like on the ladies section, for me, I'm like, oh, you know, it's a bit extreme. But I did get this from the ladies section yesterday, £2.50. The cramps, spank and roll, love that. And yeah, I've seen one or two online. I think for about £15, 15 to £20. So got that for £2, £2.50. So that's not bad. Yeah, this is for the algorithm as well. So this is definitely for the eBay algorithm, right? Because there's one cool guy there that he's gonna see this. John Rusher, large jacket. Got this for £5. It's a nice summer jacket. Got some nice details here on the sleeves. Yeah, this is definitely for the eBay algorithm for sure. But then again, I'll put it on Vinted and you know, it might do well there as well. And the last thing I found, well, the last item that I found yesterday, I spent about 120, like 120. Yeah, it's not that bad actually for the amount of things that I've got there. But 120, yeah, you can literally go to your wholesaler or a supplier and get enough. Just that would probably cover the same level of profit, and you wouldn't have to be, you know, walking around different shops and waste maybe 3 hours of your day, which is not, again, if you do it for the fun of it and you enjoy like the possibility of going in there and finding like a single stitch like this, or you know, if you enjoy the whole drive, then like, yeah, obviously it makes sense. But you can also just order from your supplier and it's a lot quicker. This is an All Saints. This is a pure example of what I was talking about, like All Saints, brands like these. When it comes to charity shops now, the moment that they see these sort of brands, they just rack it up. This is probably like the most expensive item that I got really. That's £8. £8, but I love the color. It's a nice brown color, size medium, long sleeve, All Saints. Yeah, beautiful. But again, probably just £15, 15 to £20 on this All Saints. So yeah, and I got some shoes. I got these Timberland boat shoes. The reason why I got this really is because I'm looking for some for myself. I love boat shoes, and I mean, these are 10 and a half, I'm size 11, and you know, like, as cool as I like to think I am, I'm not cool enough to wear green boat shoes. I am not there yet. I'll get there one day, guys, I promise. But yeah, found these brand new Dunlop as well, UK 12. Golf shoes usually do quite well. You just kind of have to make sure that you pick them for the right price. I picked these up for £10 because they're brand new, and yeah, can easily sell this for £25, £20, 25. So that was good. And these were £7 again. After a nice little TLC, they should be able to go for at least 20 to £30, which is not so bad. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. So I'm super excited. Just gonna focus on filling this whole place up and keep it moving. You know how this game is. It's nearly that time of the day where I've used half of my energy throughout the day. So let me use the rest of my energy to go ahead and start doing the other parts of what needs to be done, like listing, prepping the stock and all that. So yeah, it's been awesome, guys. The only thing I ask is that you do like and comment on this video. If there's anything that you like to ask, just drop me a comment, or any questions in general about reselling. I've been doing this for far too long, by the way, but so yeah, I'll be more than happy to help, guys. But yeah, love.